Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing some Potion Master. We start off with a baby dragon here, and we locked the shop because it had a coin in it. We just wanted to buy 3 characters this turn, so we took the guaranteed value, even though like the shop wasn't all that exciting, but we did get very rewarded with a pair of baby roots here. And yeah, this 3/8 baby dragon is going to be enough to take out the entire 3 characters on the other side of the board there. And then we get a kind of an interesting one. Pretty low stats in this shop, but we do get Wizard's Familiar plus Cinderella, plus Genie's Wish. And like Genie's Wish is a little bit better on 3, so like I don't actually hate locking it until level 3. It's just we have to take a 2/2 and a 1/1, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I mean that's just the shop. We could have also just taken the Forbidden Fruit and rolled for a better shop, but yeah, we go with the 2 things that care about spells. We run into a golden mummy there across from us on Gwen. Looks like they knighthooded a poly, or knighthooded the mummy after the poly slayed or something. But yeah, for level 3 here, we're gonna get to cast our Genie's Wish. Of course, it's better on level 3 because there's 2 experience spells in the pool, and yeah, that makes it just a lot more valuable for the chance to hit free experience, or essentially free experience. But we get two quest progress on our Cindy, as well as +2/+2 on our Wizard's Familiar, and yeah. Fortunately, we got 2 3s that filled up our shop here. One of them is Brave Princess, which we are going to take and put it in slot 2 there, double supported by the baby roots. We lock a shop that has 2 spells that we can cast. Well, we can cast at least one of them anyways, and it's a cantrip, so we're going to be able to cast multiple spells next turn, which is why I went with it, so we can get our Cinderella done immediately. Also, of course, we're going to get a little bit of stat bonus out of the cantrip as well on the Wizard's Familiar. We cast the health pot there. I don't think we're going to take anything else out of this shop. But just like positionally, it doesn't really work, and stat-wise, it's just not worth taking one of these random 2s right now. I mean, I do like Ogre Princess, but again, like I said, positionally, it's a little bit weird. Although it's like kind of fine to put it in 7 because the baby roots, I believe they had at least had 0 attack, or maybe one of them had 1 attack. That would make it weird. Anyways, we get to triple our baby root as well as cast a targeted spell. We're going to put the extra stats onto the Brave Princess and hope to get the slays. We pick up a Dragon's Nest, and then I sell out of my Cindy and pick up a baby dragon right at the last moment there. So yeah, that adds a lot of stats to our board here with the baby dragon. And we also get our Brave Princess slay. So we're on pace for 3 slays in 3 turns for Brave Princess. It's not often you get to see that. And I think we're going to cast a targeted spell on Brave Princess here just to guarantee us, or at least increase the likelihood of us getting the slay. I could have went with the Luna's Grace, but I went for the more permanent option. With the Dragon's Nest, I feel pretty confident we can win the combat. So we get that 1 extra stat forever instead. Or hopefully we get that 1 extra stat forever instead anyways. And there's a baby dragon triple. The reason I'm not going to take this is because like it'll bring us down to 4 characters on board, and then we can only buy really 1 thing. Like we could have skipped, I suppose, and maybe bought a couple more things. But I think having the 2 dragons split up is just a little bit better. It just makes us a lot stronger on board. Because of course, like the Dragon Nest stats, like they don't combine when you combine them. So the baby dragon will just be a golden version +5/+5 instead of having 2 baby dragons that have +5/+5. So we're losing +5/+5 if we do that. So that was my logic there anyhow. And yeah, our Brave Princess slays and we get a treasure map out of it. So we're very early in the game. So I mean, we could technically just like take experience, like try and like aggressively find experience on Potion Master in general. You're kind of able to do that because you see 2 spells a turn. But I think we're just gonna go for a 4 and get a level 6 treasure. I don't think there's any like real point in like super greeting. Like level 6 treasures are generally good enough. Yeah, we just take a couple 4s this turn. We get a friendly spirit as well as a monster book here. Monster book not exactly the greatest with only an unupgraded familiar, but I think monster book's just a pretty solid character in general. And we get enough stats to come away with the win here as well. Alright, and there's a Jekyll's Concoction, which we are just going to jam onto the Friendly Spirit. With the Potion Master buff, I think it's worth it. Two gold for +4/+4 that gets redistributed is definitely worth it, in my opinion here. It's just a little too efficient not to take here. And we get rewarded with our pair of monster books, and there's the monster book triple. And yeah, like I said, we're not gonna greed for a 7. We're just gonna get a 6. Like there's plenty of 6s that are super good early, and they can just carry you to the late game. And you can, like you can definitely lose to like level 7 treasure comps, but I mean I think lobbies go so fast that I just don't think it's worth it to like super greed like that. In general, unless you're in like a really good position to do it. Like if you're like closer to 5, since we were on 4.0 when we got the map, I just didn't want to sit there and hang on to map and just like what do you call it, intentionally not take triples. And also like Embiggening Stone is just an absurd treasure this early, so yeah, we're very happy to take it here. I was thinking about selling down for that Lady of the Lake, but I decided not to. I actually rolled once and then locked a shop, but it was at the very last second, so I just kind of left it in the cut there. We did lock up a Lancelot though, which has I believe it was 1919. Yeah, so we're going to be able to get that treasure immediately, and then we get to pick up a Robin Wood with those embiggening stats as well. We're going to cast a Feed the Kraken here to buy something else. We're going to buy this pig. I feel like we're pretty strong here, so I think we can afford to play the pig. And I left the baby dragon in instead of bringing in the familiar, which was bigger, but I mean it may have been a mistake. I just figured an 8/7 dragon can generally take out things on the back line, but yeah, this Gwen is also ahead on experience, and yeah, the baby dragon just wasn't quite good enough to get it done. So maybe in hindsight, maybe a little bit of a mistake. We get our level 5 treasure. We get to get out of Dragon's Nest now. We get to pick up Hand of Midas. There's both Horn and Evil Eye in this treasure selection as well, but yeah, I don't think we're set up for either of those. I'd rather just go Hand of Midas, find a golden 6 as soon as possible, and that should give us some good direction. There's a Friendly Spirit that's got some embiggening stats. Kind of tempting to Hand of Midas that, but probably not worth it in the long run. I think we definitely just want a 6. There's a Bearstein, but again, we don't really want to just like go into Bearstein and then try and build a Bearstein board. Same thing with Pumpkin here. We're so far away from Pumpkin that I think it's just not worth it. Like Golden Pumpkin can be very powerful, and we could have done a lot of damage to the lobby with it. We did cast a coin there at the end of the turn, and I just didn't quite have enough time to get my final roll, unfortunately. Also, I left the baby dragon in by mistake. That was definitely not what I intended to do there, but it did work out. The baby dragon did trade for a Sporko there, so it worked out, even if it was definitely a mistake to not play the 17/17 over it. But as you saw, I was kind of running out of time, so I'm just thinking about too many other things. We're not going to take the baby dragon triple. Like Magic Runes would have been good at this point, but then we would have had to get out of Secret Stash, which I guess is fine, but I didn't necessarily want to make that triple at this point. But again, I think there's an argument for doing that. Okay, we did get to Hand of Midas our Herc though, which is great, and now we're gonna get a Boomhilda to go along with it, and yeah, we're gonna be able to sell this this pig and turn the Boomhilda good, and we're very set up for Good Boy now. And yeah, it looks like we're gonna be able to get our Herc in 1 here, which is great. Opponent is quite strong though, so I think we are losing this. That means we are going to get our Secret Stash value anyways. We get 3 extra gold to work with to find our pieces. And now it's a choice between Phoenix Feather and Spear of Achilles here. I think we're just going to go Spear. Like Phoenix Feather is fine, but at the moment, like just resummoning Hercules just really isn't all that exciting to me. And I think the Spear stats are a little bit more valuable to me here. We pick up a second Robin and a second Boomhilda here. They're okay, just tempo plays right now. Definitely, we still need to find Good Boy to like really get a comp going. Empress P would be okay as well, because we have the Boomhildas, and especially since we've got one Beauty's influence, so if we triple it, it's going to be good, and it can fit onto a Good Boy board very, very well. We end up with a lot of ranged attacks. Spear stats doing some pretty decent work, but yeah, it looks like Geppetto has assembled Golden Bearstein plus Echowood already, so they're doing quite well. I feel like they probably got a Hand of Midas Bearstein there. All right, again, basically it's just good. It's kind of Good Boy or bust. Maybe Empress P we would take. I consider the Medusa and the Ashwood here, just because like it's a little bit late to try and move into trees, but we do have the two Robins, and like just Good Boy just doesn't seem to be showing up. But yeah, we are gonna pass that by, and we're gonna hope to find Good Boy, and we do. We finally find the Good Boy, and there's a Knighthood in shop, which we are absolutely gonna lock for. And yeah, with the Boomhilda stats, then Good Boy's already a decent size. With Boomhilda plus the Embiggening Stone stats, I should say. It's already a decent size. Opponent gets a couple of Pigmorphs off here. The Ghost gets a couple of Pigmorphs off. Comes kind of close to scamming us, but we do eventually get the win. We're just going to fire off the Knighthood onto the Good Boy. Nice short turn here. And yeah, now we're against a Loki, who has assembled quite the sleigh board here. They've got Mimic, Bad Moon, plus Horn of Olympus. And yeah, these lightning dragons could potentially be a problem. It's worth noting that they had Nutcracker, Lancelot, and Riverwish, and two Babas. Because I mean that'll come up in in just a minute here. Also, we do win the fight and drop Loki to 1. So there's always the outside chance that Loki rolls them into our Forbidden Fruit and kills them. Which I mean, obviously would be pretty funny, but pretty unfortunate for that player anyways if that happens. There's a Court Wizard. I wouldn't mind taking it, but I think it doesn't play on board right now. I think we want to hit one of these triples, either Boomhilda or Robin Wood, and there we go. Now we would definitely pick up a Court Wizard. But since we don't have a Court Wizard in this shop, we're actually just gonna sell down. Or I was thinking about selling down for the Green Knight, but instead I try to roll the dice first, and there we go. We just hit the Green Knight off the roll the dice. Just a 2-cost Green Knight. Yeah. That's what you call streamer luck, I guess. That's what they say anyways. Alright, so yeah, our board is obviously much stronger, although I don't think we get through the Echowood. It looks like Geppetto has added a summoning portal since we last saw them, and yeah, you can see they're getting a ton of stats out of it. We do take out the Golden Bearstein though, so we don't take too much damage. We minimize down to 7, and we get another Good Boy, which is fantastic. There's a coin just to keep us going a little bit. Yeah, basically we just want to find more Good Boys. We're going to cast this health bot. That 1 health could matter. We're going to cast this coin, and I considered selling down and buying this second Green Knight to give us another level 6 triple potentially. Because like Horn isn't all that incredible here. Like, it's okay. It adds a decent amount of stats to our Good Boys right now, but I think we could definitely do better. Like a Mimic would be better, I think. But yeah. I do get convinced to do the Drink Me Potion instead, and just looking for like a Knighthood or a TLK to lock or something. Unfortunately, neither of those show up. We probably should have cast the Reckless Wager there. So that was probably a bit of a mistake. Getting 3 gold next turn would have been fantastic. And yeah, our Good Boy stats make us much stronger than this Ghost that we have beaten previously already. Alright, now we're down to a heads up. Looks like the Slay player beat the Summons player, which is not that big a surprise. But yeah, the noting the alignment of Loki last time, it shows good, right? So that's kind of what we were talking about. I was talking about with the chat, and they were thinking like potential pivot. But yeah, like I said, they had the River Wish, they had the Nutcracker, and they had the Lancelot, making the majority good. So I kind of like I guess I read into that maybe a little bit too much. We find a knighthood, and I sell down everything to knighthood after we mix a Wizzled our lance into a good boy as well. And yeah, so I thought maybe they had pivoted, so I didn't like aggressively look for soul tack because this lightning dragon does kind of wreak havoc on me. But we get a good 50-50 right there to get our good boy stats on 2 remaining characters. And yeah, the unfortunate thing for them is they didn't find Empress P, so their backline is very small, and we're able to just clean them up with our Green Knight and get the win there. So, but yeah, if we'd lost this, we would have just aggressively found Soul Tack, and I think with a Soul Tack, we beat them pretty easily. Like, as long as we can deny their slays with the Lightning Dragon, and get our good boy stats going before our backline is destroyed, then we're in really, really good shape. We can outstat them very easily, even with only our 2 golden good boys next turn. But yeah. Yeah, again, like, not the flashiest. I mean, we do have 3 golden good boys, which is kind of flashy, I guess. We get a lot of embiggening stats here. We cast a couple knighthoods, and yeah, managed to come away with the victory against a similarly not super flashy Slay comp. So I think we're pretty evenly matched there, top 3, and yeah, just came down to who had the most stats, I guess. And yeah, we did. But anyways, let me know if you enjoyed this. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, do all that stuff that helps the algorithm. I would very much appreciate that. And yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.